Existential sadness. This sadness delves deep into the human condition, prompting reflections on life's meaning, purpose, and the passage of time. It's a philosophical sadness that can arise from pondering our existence, our place in the universe, and the inevitability of death. While it can be profoundly unsettling, it also encourages a deeper understanding of yourself and what truly matters. It's a reminder of our shared human experience and the quest for meaning. Grief. Grief is the raw, intense sorrow that follows the loss of someone or something deeply cherished. It's an all-encompassing sadness that can affect every part of your life, bringing waves of pain, longing, and sometimes even anger. Grieving is a deeply personal journey with no right or wrong way to navigate it. Over time, grief can transform, allowing you to find ways to honor the loss while continuing to live fully. Nostalgic sadness. Nostalgic sadness is a bittersweet longing for the past, for moments and memories that are no longer within reach. It's a mix of fondness and sorrow as you reminisce about times gone by and the people or places you miss. This type of sadness can be a reminder of the fleeting nature of life, but it also keeps cherished memories alive. Embracing nostalgia can help you honor your past while finding joy in the present. Unrequited love. Unrequited love is the heartache of loving someone who doesn't return your feelings. It's a sadness filled with longing, frustration, and sometimes self-doubt. This type of sadness can be intensely personal, making you question your worth and desirability. Navigating unrequited love involves accepting the situation, focusing on self-love, and eventually opening up to new possibilities. It's a painful but transformative experience that can lead to growth and resilience. Betrayal sadness. Betrayal sadness is the deep hurt that comes from being betrayed by someone you trusted. It's a mix of sadness, anger, and disbelief, shaking your sense of security and trust. This type of sadness can be intensely personal and difficult to overcome. Healing involves acknowledging the pain, rebuilding trust, and sometimes forgiving. Understanding betrayal sadness can help you protect yourself and rebuild healthier relationships in the future. Loneliness. Loneliness is a deep sense of isolation and disconnection from others, even in a crowded room. It's a sadness that stems from a lack of meaningful social interactions and relationships. Loneliness can be profoundly painful, affecting mental and physical health. Building connections, reaching out, and fostering a sense of community can help alleviate this type of sadness. Understanding loneliness is the first step toward finding companionship and belonging. Depressive sadness. Depressive sadness is a heavy, persistent sadness that can feel like an unrelenting weight. It's often accompanied by other symptoms of depression, such as hopelessness, fatigue, and changes in appetite or sleep patterns. This type of sadness can make even the simplest tasks feel insurmountable. Seeking professional help is crucial, as depressive sadness often requires targeted treatment and support. Understanding it is the first step toward finding relief and reclaiming joy. Seasonal sadness. Seasonal sadness, or seasonal affective disorder, is a type of depression that follows a seasonal pattern, often emerging in the darker, colder months. It's characterized by feelings of lethargy, sadness, and a lack of motivation. This type of sadness can significantly impact daily life, but light therapy, exercise, and other treatments can help. Recognizing the seasonal triggers allows you to take proactive steps to manage your mood and well-being. Postpartum sadness. Postpartum sadness, ranging from the baby blues to more severe postpartum depression, is the emotional upheaval many new mothers experience. It's a complex mix of joy, fatigue, and profound sadness, often exacerbated by hormonal changes and the pressures of caring for a newborn. Recognizing the signs and seeking support is crucial for new mothers. Understanding postpartum sadness can foster a more supportive environment for mothers adjusting to their new roles. Melancholy. Melancholy is a deep, contemplative sadness that often lacks a clear cause. It's a feeling that can wash over you unexpectedly, bringing a sense of wistfulness or reflective sorrow. Unlike more intense forms of sadness, melancholy has a softer, more lingering presence. It can inspire creativity and introspection, prompting you to explore your inner world. Embracing melancholy can lead to a richer, more nuanced understanding of your emotions. Empathic sadness. Empathic sadness is the sorrow you feel on behalf of others, driven by empathy and compassion. It's the ache in your heart when you see someone else in pain or suffering. This type of sadness highlights the deep connections we share as humans, reminding us of our capacity for understanding and support. While it can be emotionally taxing, empathic sadness also fuels acts of kindness and solidarity, making the world a more compassionate place. Chronic sadness. Chronic sadness is like a dark cloud that lingers, casting a shadow over your days for weeks, months, or even years. Unlike acute sadness, it's not tied to a specific event, but is a persistent, gnawing feeling that can sap your energy and joy. Living with chronic sadness can feel like a constant uphill battle, where everyday tasks seem monumental. Recognizing it and seeking support is crucial, as it often requires a more sustained effort to overcome. Acute sadness. Imagine the crushing blow of failing a major exam or losing a beloved pet. Acute sadness hits hard and fast, flooding you with overwhelming emotions. It's the kind of sadness that consumes you completely in the moment, making it difficult to think about anything else. But as intense as it feels, this sadness is often short-lived, giving way to recovery and resilience. Understanding it can help you navigate those stormy seas of sudden sorrow. Regret. Regret is a sadness rooted in past actions or missed opportunities. It's the lingering sorrow of wishing you had made different choices or taken other paths. This type of sadness can be a powerful teacher, prompting reflection and growth. Understanding regret involves learning to forgive yourself and using past experiences to make better decisions in the future. It's a reminder that while you can't change the past, you can shape your future. Guilt. Guilt is a sadness that comes from feeling responsible for wrongdoing or failure. It's the heavy, remorseful feeling of knowing you've hurt someone or fallen short of your own standards. This type of sadness can be a catalyst for change, motivating you to make amends and improve. Understanding guilt involves acknowledging your mistakes, taking responsibility, and learning to forgive yourself. It's a crucial step toward healing and personal growth. Hopelessness. Hopelessness is a profound sadness marked by a belief that things will never get better. It's a heavy, despairing feeling that can drain your motivation and sense of purpose. This type of sadness often accompanies depression and can make daily life feel insurmountable. Seeking support and focusing on small, positive changes can help combat hopelessness. Understanding it is crucial for finding a path toward hope and recovery. Situational sadness. Situational sadness strikes when life throws a curveball, maybe a breakup, a job loss, or an unexpected setback. It's a natural reaction to life's inevitable challenges and disappointments. This type of sadness is deeply tied to specific events, and while it can be intensely painful, it often subsides as you adapt and find new ways to move forward. Embracing it as a part of the human experience can help you grow stronger. Frustration. Frustration. Sadness arises when your goals, desires, or efforts are continually thwarted. It's the disappointment of feeling stuck or unable to achieve what you strive for. This type of sadness can lead to feelings of helplessness and discouragement. Recognizing it is important for finding new strategies or adjusting your expectations. Understanding frustration sadness can help you stay motivated and resilient in the face of challenges. Abandonment. Abandonment sadness arises from being left or rejected by someone important to you. It's a profound, aching loneliness and a sense of being unworthy or unloved. This type of sadness can deeply impact your self-esteem and relationships. Healing from abandonment involves understanding your worth, building self-compassion, and forming new, healthy connections. Recognizing this sadness can help you find strength and resilience in the face of rejection. Resignation. Resignation is a sadness mixed with acceptance, often experienced when you give up on a difficult situation. It's the bittersweet feeling of letting go of something you once fought for, acknowledging that it's time to move on. This type of sadness can bring relief and sorrow simultaneously, as you mourn what could have been while embracing new possibilities. Understanding resignation can help you navigate transitions and find peace and acceptance. Self-pity. Self-pity is a sadness mixed with feeling sorry for yourself, often due to perceived injustices or hardships. It's a type of sadness that can trap you in a cycle of negativity and victimhood. While it's natural to feel self-pity at times, staying in this state can hinder growth and resilience. Understanding self-pity involves shifting your focus from what you lack to what you can control and change. It's a step toward empowerment and a more positive outlook on life.